Remember when a house would hit the market and sell 20 minutes later for 50 grand over the asking price? That frenzy is over. Here in the spring of 2026, the Houston housing market has settled into a calm, balanced rhythm. This chart tracks property values over the last few cycles. On the left, you see the wild, unpredictable spikes of 2021 and 2022. But as we move into 2025 and 2026, that volatility flattens into a gentle, steady upward slope. For buyers, this smooth trajectory means you don't have to make massive financial decisions in a panic. But for sellers, a flat curve means your property won't automatically appreciate while it sits. You have to actively work for your equity. A normal market doesn't mean an easy market. The rules for capturing value have changed. Right now, there is a lot of confusion among homeowners. Many decide to sell assuming they will get multiple offers by the weekend, relying on expectations set 3 years ago. Instead, they list their house and nothing happens. It sits for weeks while their neighbors' houses sit right next to it with 0 foot traffic. This bar chart shows exactly why that is happening. We have moved from near 0 scarcity to a robust 5-month supply of available homes across the Houston area. With 5 months of inventory to choose from, buyers hold the leverage. They have the time to be picky and reject any property with obvious flaws. A home's worth today is driven by cold, hard data and preparation, not by bidding wars or panic. In 2026, securing a high-end offer requires a technical, engineered approach to the entire sales process. That engineering starts with one specific metric, the condition-to-value ratio. On this quadrant chart, the bottom axis measures upfront physical effort, and the side axis tracks sale price and speed. The bottom left as-is trap shows low effort yielding stale listings. The top right premium payout proves high effort yields maximum value. Reaching that top quadrant requires very specific inputs. We are talking about fresh paint, modern cosmetic updates, and professional staging. Put yourself in the buyer's shoes. When you take on a mortgage rate sitting above 6%, your monthly budget is stretched. You simply do not have tens of thousands of dollars in cash left over to renovate a kitchen after closing. This forces a very real trade-off for the seller. If you want top dollar, you must spend your own money, time, and effort before the house ever hits the market. In 2026, move-in readiness is the baseline requirement for competing at the top of the market. Once the physical condition is flawless, the second input is setting the exact initial listing price. The biggest mistake sellers make right now is emotional pricing. They anchor their expectations to a bloated online estimate or the price their neighbor got at the absolute peak of the boom. The only alternative that works is establishing your price based strictly on hyperlocal, real-time data. You have a 14-day window to get this right. Buyers monitor the market constantly, flooding in immediately when a properly priced home goes live. If you overprice and miss that initial surge, the market ignores you. Your home goes stale, and you will likely sit unsold for 90 days or more. This requires a tough emotional trade-off. You have to detach your personal feelings from your asking price and look at it as a financial instrument. Interestingly, starting with a slightly lower, realistic price is often the best way to trigger buyer competition and regain the leverage you want. True home value is found by listening objectively to the market, not by chasing the past. This reality is even more intense in coastal areas like Galveston and Brazoria counties, where holding costs shape every transaction. In these coastal markets, buyers apply a resilience discount, a direct penalty to the offer price when environmental risks are unknown. Today's buyers read the news. They know about rising insurance premiums and shifting flood maps, and they will not simply take your word that the property is secure. To protect your equity, you have to do the work up front. Gather clear insurance quotes, windstorm certificates, and elevation data before the first showing. By volunteering this data immediately, you remove the buyer's fear of hidden, crippling costs. Showing your cards builds immediate trust, proving you are a serious and prepared seller. The trade-off here is uncomfortable. You are forced to confront your own high holding costs and explicitly disclose them to the public. But trying to hide those flaws destroys your home's value in a negotiation. In postal markets, total transparency is the only way to preserve it. The Houston market rewards sellers who treat their listing like a calculated strategy. You cannot fake a property's value with poor condition or stubborn pricing. This creates a very clear divide. As we map out this market, we see exactly who thrives and who gets left behind. The winners are prepared sellers who treat their home like a premium product, and empowered buyers who use data to negotiate for long-term stability. The ones struggling are the stubborn sellers who rely on outdated online estimates and refuse to invest in repairs. Broad county averages on the evening news mean absolutely nothing for the value of your specific street. To engineer the highest possible return on your investment, you need to partner with strategic, data-driven experts. Stop guessing what your property is worth. Contact the Legacy Group for a bespoke, hyper-local valuation, and let us help you navigate this market.